Hey, welcome everybody. This is Man Minnesota's DJ Samo here coming to you. Today we are going to do some online shopping and we are going to look at getting your beginner DJ system. Kind of some of the stuff to look for, little tips and tricks maybe. We'll see here as it goes. But let's get ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. DJ Samo.
All right, we are going to go shopping at Guitar Center today. Reason I chose Guitar Center is they got one of their speakers they got. It's great for beginning DJs. It's one of them ones that'll get you started. It'll last a few years for you. You'll probably want to save up and replace it after a few years to upgrade to a more robust system. But to get you started, it'll do just fine. So I'll make a point. I am not sponsored by Guitar Center. I'm just using their website mainly because of that one speaker. So let's get to it. We're going to go to departments. We are going to go to live sound. We are going to go to the PA systems. Well, they got systems and speakers. So we'll go PA systems. I was recording this a couple times and went through this and actually found a pretty good deal here for you guys. It's a Harbinger series of speakers from Guitar Center. Now, as far as I know, Guitar Center is the only outlet that carries the Harbinger brand, so I'm assuming it's their store brand. I actually had a set of these when I first started. They were a passive series. It was before they had all the onboard amps and everything, and they worked great for me. I also had a buddy of mine who came along later and started DJing, and he got the set with the power amps built into them, so the active or powered speakers, if you want to, whatever way you want to call them. And they worked great for him for about 3-4 years, I think. And then he gave me a call one night and said that he blew a fuse. And I don't think it was a fuse. I wasn't able to help him out, but next time I saw him, he actually had a different set of speakers. So I'm assuming it was a little more than a fuse. But I said I researched these a little bit ahead of time, doing a video, kind of going through this a few times. And I found this package set here. It's got, this version here has a 15-inch tops. That means it's got a 15-inch woofer right in there. It's got a little horn right there. And it comes with, looks like an 18-inch sub. So this will be great for beginner system. It also comes with, it looks like a set of XLR cables so you can hook this all together. And a set of speaker stands so you can put these tops or mains, interchangeable name. Some people call them tops, some people call them mains. They go on top of the speaker stands here, and you only need one sub to get started. You don't need two, so one sub will do just fine. I rocked out for my first 5 years with just 2 speakers and a sub, and did great. So, great entry level system here. So we're gonna add that to the car. I'm gonna show you the prices on this stuff too, what it all is all together. So. Little point of reference, you can look for used speakers, but speakers I prefer to buy new right away. That way I know what they've gone through and how they've been treated, and I know how they're going to last. You buy used speakers, you never know if somebody beat the living heck out of them, what they've been through, and how they've been stored. So speakers I always prefer to buy new. We'll click add to cart. Pro coverage, that's up to you guys if you want to get that. For this video, we're going to go no thanks. My little deal grabber thing, get rid of that. Alright, so now we got our basis for our system for you guys to start DJing. We got speakers, we got a sub, we got stands, and we got cables. Now, that's a heck of a deal to get started off with, all for like $1,200. But we're still not done there. We need a few other things yet, so we're going to go back in here, and I'll say we'll need a mixer next. Now, you might have been seeing the DJ controllers and stuff like that out there. To get started, you don't need one of those. One of these mixers will do just fine. I'd actually recommend getting used to one of these first, getting started in. You can use a DJ controller, but it's going to limit you on a lot of stuff you'll need to start DJing with, especially if you plan on doing weddings. So, again, Guitar Center is pushing their store brand here, the Harbinger series. I personally have never used their mixers, and I'm always a little skittish myself on brands I haven't used or tried. And being it's a store brand, well, there's only one store brand of mac and cheese I like, and the rest they gotta have Kraft if they don't have that. They got a few other brands in here though. They got a Mackie in here, Yamaha, Behringer. Behringer, I've heard good things and bad things about. Haven't heard, kind of, 50-50 chance. Mackie, same thing, I've heard good things. I've heard bad things about them. What other brands they got here? PreSonus. I've heard a lot of good things about PreSonus. QSC. I've heard a lot of good things about them. Yamaha. That's what I personally prefer. It's what I started out with. And I've had good luck with them. My first mixer was a Yamaha, and that thing was rock solid. And I think, I gave it away to somebody, and I believe they're still using it. So it's still going strong, and that's like 15, 20 years old. And I'm actually recording this through a Yamaha Mg6 XU mixer here. So you have an idea kind of how they sound like. I like their gain structure and everything, but as far as mixers, I'm going to say you can get by with this one right here, the Yamaha Mg6 Channel. But I'm say mixers, let's bump it up a little bit. Let's get you the 6-channel or 10-channel one here. And what that's going to do is here, it's going to give you special inputs to hook up your laptop directly right here. And it's also going to give you a little bit extra microphone inputs, because if you're going to do weddings, you're probably going to want a couple of microphones, and there are rental places where you can rent microphones. But, I look at this at renting stuff as like, why give somebody else your money when you're trying to make money on this stuff, To me, renting makes sense in special occasions if you're just going to be a one-time use on it. But if it's something you plan on using over and over again, just go buy it. He'll be money ahead in the long run. So we're going to go with this Yamaha MG10XU 10-channel mixer to get started. The only thing I don't like about it really is once you're the MG10XUs and below, they give you a chintzy power adapter. Once you get up to the 12, like I'm using right now, they actually have a standardized IEC plug, the kind like you plug into the back of your computer. A little more durable. But to get started, this will be fine. And that original one I was telling you about, I had for 15, 20 years. It has one of them chintzy little plugs on too. It still works fine. So we're going to go ahead with that. Add that to the cart. No thanks. We don't want pro coverage today. Next thing, let's get a microphone. Live sound. We're going to go to microphones and wireless systems. Wireless systems are nice. I got 2 of them I run with mine. I'm going to be upgrading here this year, probably getting a 3rd one. But for microphones, we're starting out, just going to be doing bar shows and stuff like that. Wired mic's fine. I'd probably get the Shure SM58. It's a really robust microphone, industry standard. You can find them on any stage anywhere, so they've been around. They can handle abuse, be dropped and knocked around and still work fine. My first set of microphones was actually a wireless system I got from Best Buy, and I have to tell you that was the biggest POS, worst investment I ever for a microphone. It was $100 wireless mic, and we had returned and exchanged it 5 times before they said they weren't going to return and exchange it anymore. And then they brought into a repair guy, and he fixed it up pretty good, but the build quality, the way they hooked the wires up to the little, from the battery and the transmitter up to the little microphone diaphragm part, it couldn't handle being bumped around. There's a little capsule in there that contains the microphone part that would come loose and pull the cables out. So nothing but issues. So that's in a good microphone. We're gonna go with the Shure SM58 here. That's a good one. If you want to get a couple extra mics, maybe get the Shure SM48 as your booth mic. Just for you to use. If you're gonna get multiple ones. And then use the SM58 for wedding speeches, or if you're going to have somebody sing, let them use the SM58. But we're just going to go with that one to start out with. Ooh, and they got one with a cable. Oh my goodness. These companies are getting better with packaging stuff here. $99, $9 more, you get a cable. And you get a 20-foot cable. That's actually a pretty good deal. When I was pricing this out before, it was like $10 for a 5-foot cable. So, and cables, as far as cables go, there is differences in quality of cables from the cheap ones to the more expensive ones. So that's one thing too. In the future, you're going to eventually, if you have a little extra cash, and you're just willing to want to spend it on some good high quality cables. You won't be disappointed. I use Magami cables on my setups. Also, there's a company called NLFX Pro. I heard they make really great cables too. So either way, if you got a little extra cash in your pocket, and eventually down the road, upgrading cables is never a bad idea. So we're going to add that to the cart. No thanks again. And now we got a microphone with cable. Now the cable is going to connect from the microphone here to your Yamaha mixer. The cables here are going to connect from your sub to your mixer. And then you're going to run another set of cables off your sub to your, I should put that around, your mixer is going to run to your subs, and from your subs you're going to run to your high tops and mains. Alright, we're going to need one other cable here too. We're going to go back to accessories, cables and snakes. Because we're using a mixer board like that, we are going to need a specialty cable, 1/8 inch to RCA, and they got this Pig Hog Solution Stereo Breakout cable, they call it. 3.5 millimeter dual RCA. We'll click on that, and this is basically going to run from your headphone jack of your laptop into your mixer board. So we're going to go ahead and click add to cart on that. And, with all these packages deals, this is making it a lot easier to put yourself together a beginning system. Now, we only really need one more thing, and that is lighting. Now, lighting, you can buy used. You can go on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or wherever your favorite little sale sites are, and usually find some pretty good deals on used lighting. If you're going to go with the used lighting, I recommend making sure it's LED lights. There are still some people out there trying to sell old lights from like 20, 25 years ago that use halogen bulbs. If you see those, just walk away. Those are better to be recycled and thrown in the scrap bin. They use way too much power, and they don't look as good, unless you're going for a nostalgia look. So, as far as lights, what we're going to do for you guys here is Chauvet brand DJ. It's a pretty well known in the DJ business, and you got American DJ and a couple other ones. So we're going to Chauvet, and they make these all-in-one lighting systems. They call it the Gig Bar series, and they're actually pretty good for starting out DJing. They got this one up here for $500. But we're on a kind of a budget. This is a beginning system. We don't want to go too crazy. So I see the one on here earlier for $399. Save us $100, and it's going to do just almost as good a job. Let's see here. I'll narrow the price range down here. All right, they got one with just a couple of par lights on. That'll work if you want. I've seen people just get away with that. Click on that to show you here. $350. I've seen these used by other DJs. My only gripe with them is that it doesn't change the colors as fast as I would like them to change. It's kind of a slow fade in, fade out, and some of the music you need a little bit faster change in music. More of a strobe, not strobe, but a little more of a flash and stuff like that. So we are not going to go with that one. We're actually going to go with this one down here. I got another one right here for $299. Pretty much the same as that one. I think that one has a Bluetooth with it there. We're going to go with this one right here, the Gig Bar Flex 3-in-1. This one, you get a couple different effects with it. These ones on the outside are called derby lights. They're going to give you nice little patterns that are going to go all over the, up and down, left and right, and cool little effect. These ones in the middle are basically park hands. They're going to be like your wash lights. And wash lights, what they do is just basically they'll change colors and wash your crowd with a certain color. And all these are pretty much, can be in sound active mode, so they'll go to the beat of the music. And also on top here, in this little bar, they got a set of little strobe lights here too. So, gives you provides a little more energy with the lighting and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and add that to the cart. All right, no thanks. So I think that's everything we'll need to get together or get your beginning DJ system going. And if you look at the grand total down there, we are looking at a grand total of $1,928.92. Now, you got to add tax in that and shipping, so that's going to bump it up to, I'm guessing, $2,400, depending on where you live and the taxes there and the shipping costs. So, but that being said, that's enough to get you going. Only thing I'd really add to this is maybe right away kind of save up for a wireless mic system. And also start saving to replace those speakers right away. It's like I said, the Harbinger band will get you going, it'll get you started. But after that, you're going to upgrade to a little bit better build quality speaker. What brands to be looking for if you want to upgrade? Maybe Mackies, they can make a good mid-level speaker. Electro Voice, or EVs are called, they make a good mid-level and upper mid-level speakers that are pretty good to get into. Me personally, I use Electro Voice. JBL, they also make some good mid-level speakers that be good upgrades and stuff like that. And also for the high-end, like I said, JBL and Electro Voice if you want to get the high-end stuff. And QSC, they make a pretty good speaker. There's other brands out there like PV, and I think Pioneer came out with a set, and I'm not a real big PV fan myself. I've had one of their speakers in the past. I didn't have good luck with it. Maybe that's just me. But I've seen they have come out with some new speakers in the last year or two, which look pretty good. So maybe they improved their stuff a lot, and Who knows? But I think that's all I have for you today. Once again, thank you. If you have any comments, put them down below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And also, hit the subscribe buttons. Let me know if you want to see more stuff from me and from my channel here. And any suggestions, put them in the comments below. I'll try and screenshot this here so you guys see what it all is. If you guys want to look at it, pick up some of the stuff, I'll have it in the comments below or link or try to down below. So once again, thank you guys. This is Minnesota's DJ Samo signing off. Have a good night and remember to keep the party going.